Hey, so I just finished doing the stator gasket on a 21 Yamaha Rmax 1000. I'm just going to give you a quick description of what y'all need to do, starting with the initial problem. There's just going to be two covers right here. They have just a couple bolts apiece. Just to see where the gasket is. And all you're looking at is where the new green gasket is here. That's your stator gasket, and you'll see it leaking down underneath there. It was a little deceiving at first with the weep hole on the water pump, because it kind of looked like it was leaking through there. But once I pulled everything off, it was pretty obvious that this gasket was junk. And looking on the forums, it looked like this is a pretty common problem on a lot of these. But I'm just doing a quick video to kind of explain the basic steps that I had to take to get that stator out. As you can see, there's no way to get to these back bolts without removing the gas tank. And the gas tank's the fun thing to remove. So in order to take the gas tank out, you have to pull the door off. What I found was the easiest. You just have the two hinge bolts here and down there. And then there's a wire for your speaker that comes around the back side up here. Real easy to disconnect. But once you take that out, the door will come off. You can just set that off to the side. You have to take the seat out, set that off to the side, and then there's a bunch of trim that goes on the sides, the gas cap cover. Pretty much you remove everything except for this back plate, but you have to remove this fender well, or your footwell, to get the gas tank out. To do that, you have to actually remove the dash, which is just a couple bolts all the way around, and then a couple underneath here, and then there's one down back there that you'll have to remove. You have to take the center, like the whole center console out, and the best way to start doing that is to pop the center, like the main dash out, which is just these little clips. You pry straight back on them. They're not like they're just those metal push pins that go in. So just very carefully pull back on these and they'll pop right out. There's 4 total on that, so you pop those off, and then there's 1 bolt in the top behind this cover that just pulls back. So remove that, and then that whole piece will pop out. This one had some wires for like winches and stuff on it, so I just kind of set that off to the side. And then you have to take the whole center console out. So to do that, you have to take the other side seat out, and there's just a couple bolts that go all the way around, one on the back. There's nothing underneath here, but something to keep in mind is the shifter here. The plate, as it moves forward, you'll see, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a plate in here. So if you're trying to remove the center console and the shifter's all the way forward, this piece won't be able to move back far enough to slide up and out. So your best bet is to leave it all the way back or one in. You might have to mess with it while you're lifting it up, but it kind of like tilts upwards and then slides up. So kind of a pain in the butt. But once you get that out, then you'll remove the floorboard, which just kind of shimmies itself up. There's a couple brackets that hold the gas tank in. And then you'll have access to your stator, so you'll just have the 2 coolant hoses to take off. And then you'll have your oil line, your oil feed from the bottom, and that's about it. There's a couple electrical connections if you want to pull the stator cover all the way off. They're up there. There's like 4 connections, 3 for your stator windings, and then 1 for your pickup coil for your ignition. But that's about how hard it is, and it's really not too bad. I mean, it seems like a lot of work pulling off all the extra pieces, but it really doesn't take too long. So good luck on your adventure.